Show the whip I drive. Don't let them know what's waiting on them if they get inside. Don't want to hit no beg for mercies when I let it off. I only bet on me if it's on you, then bet it's
What's up with it? I go by the name TJ Simpson. I'm originally from Dayton, Ohio, but I'm Kansas City raised. And I'm an artist. This is my art. I think Kansas City, the environment in Kansas City that I grew up in, it shaped me because it just made me more aware of things. It never really like changed me because I feel like I'm different than most. But the environment is very rough. I would say that though. I'm sure like we probably less rough than others, but like you gotta be tough in the environment. This ain't really no environment you can just, you know what I'm saying, be lollygagging in. But it made me tougher on my end, and it made me more aware, more cautious of my surroundings. But like, I'm still a people person, and I still got heart. So like, I love people. It don't make me more like standoffish with people, I guess. Like I don't play tough with people, I guess, like most people would. But the best advice I received in life, period, is just to focus on the good in life and that everything happens for the greater good. So like, it just helped me with life, period, because like I know that, well, I believe that nothing happens for the wrong reason, even if it's something wrong, so I feel like everything is for the greater good. So I'm okay with whatever happens in life. I know what's for me is, what ain't. Through my music, the message I'm trying to get out is that really you can be yourself. You can talk about the everyday stuff that you do. You can talk about the things that you go through. You don't have to specifically try to talk about money, change, and all that stuff that you don't have, to catch people's eye. You can talk about your everyday stuff and make it catchy, bro. Make people feel it, because people are going to relate to it. Some people are. That's what I believe. I think when I go, I want my legacy to be remembered as somebody who was just a good person, really, who was cool with everybody. Who was just like he didn't come with no trouble, no drama. He didn't come with no, you know, he wasn't stuck up. He was just like cool with everybody. He showed everybody love, and he showed the city more love than anything. When I'm in a bad mental state, the only step I take is to be with my kid, my daughter. People don't like when I say kid, so I'm gonna say my daughter. Um, Man, everything else, because she has no clue what goes on in the real world. She has no clue what we going through. So it's like to see her smile and just have fun and just be like, it brings me back down to that level. That helps very much. My daughter affects the music I make in no way because she's only 2. So like she only know her ABCs and stuff. She don't really hear my music at all. But as I get older and as she gets older, of course it would start to change because some of the stuff that I talk about or like to talk my shit about, I wouldn't want her to really just be out here portraying this or listening to it. Unless we have an understanding that she knows like music is just music sometimes. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't go out here trying to go live this life just because you listen to this song. Like it for the music and move on. Um, my greatest inspiration is really watching others succeed. I like that so much. That really like drives me to see other people do, especially the people in our own city, because it makes things more real, like and more possible for people. Like when you see people do things, you like, okay, like it's really closer than what we think. Like it's really out here. We can really go do this and do that. So yeah, my biggest inspiration is just seeing others succeed. The biggest artist that I would work with is Drake, of course. That's just my top artist. From the city, anybody. You know, I'm down to work with anybody. Long as it's like you as serious as I am on my craft, you know, on your craft. And I'm down to work for sure. The one I'm not gonna lie to you, the one thing I just knew like I was never gonna be was an athlete because like I used to play sports for the fun of it, but like people took it way too serious, and we was young, and that ruined it for me. I promise you. I was like people was taking their anger out on you, hitting you, like doing all this extra, and then like especially in high school, seeing the basketball teams fight and shit, like that was one thing I was like, okay, nah, I ain't gonna be no athlete because these niggas doing it for the wrong reasons. I honestly do not. The how could I do not have a hard bar that I feel. I feel like a lot of my stuff is hard to me because like when I write music, I write it to be able to say it to people. Like when we talking in a conversation. So a lot of stuff I just say to people that I say in my music. So that'd be nice to me. I come up with the concept for my videos sometimes when I'm writing a song. Sometimes I write the song to be based off of a video that like the idea of the video. Because you gotta know that like I learned young when I first started, like you gonna talk about you could talk about Ferraris, chains and stuff, but like when a video time comes, are you gonna show it? Like no, you're not. So like be realistic, sir. The three words I would use to describe my creative mind is that's tough. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would say art is one. Um I would say heart is two. And three I would say passion. Well, I guess that's the same thing as heart. But like, you know, it comes from the heart, so it's passion, you know. But I would say those three things, those three words. How I feel about the current state of music. Let's go United States wide. um, I think this year is the year for a lot of people to pop out with music. Like me personally, I think 2016 was a good year for music, like because I really studied the music industry. So I think this year it's kind of like that. Long as we get everybody to pop out, like we still need a Kendrick, we still need a Rihanna, but you know, like far as like people like the Migos dropping their classic, J Cole coming out, Drake announcing his, like we got big names that's really dropping this year, so that's a good thing. And then you got collabs like Lil Baby and Lil Durk, stuff people ain't never had. Like that type stuff is good too. Locally though, I feel like we're doing good. The events and stuff that like and like the things that like the Art of the Red will have you all, and then like Harder to Die, the Goonies of course, stuff that bring the city more together as artists. I think that's what really helps because like a lot of artists are not, I don't want to say got the pride, but like they don't run into each other. So like they not gonna have the connection like how they want it to be a natural connection. So like you gotta have events to where it'll draw them out to it, so where they can run into each other, so they can talk about stuff, and then that's how they build a connection and relationship, and then that's how the city is gonna build its, you know, its popularity, and as long as we keep good things around our city. The advice I would give to up and coming artists is don't give up. You eventually gonna want to get back to it, and you would have been further if you would have never gave up. Also, never worry about who don't support. Worry about the ones that do support. And lastly, take your time. Like, don't let nothing rush you. Don't let the world rush you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's about your blessings at a certain time. So you move when you know things is right. The advice I would give to my younger self is to not give up, I swear. Because I gave up so many times. I took breaks that I thought I needed just to get my mindset right. Yeah, that's a thing, but like if I'd have just kept pushing, I probably would have been so much further. If I'd have kept it so serious, you know. Also, don't spend money the way you spend it. I'd have told myself that because I went through a lot of money that could have went to a lot of important things, you know. If I had a son over a daughter, no, it wouldn't affect the content in my music because it should be the same. I'm really big on kids being kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you want light up shoes, you know, you can get light up shoes. You don't need Jordan ones, or you don't need, you know what I'm saying? You don't need to dress like this or listen to that. So like, I don't think it, you know what I'm saying? You be a kid for as long as you be a kid, because when you become an adult, you wish you was a kid. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it would have changed. Now I think I would have been harder on my kid, like my son. He'd probably be in the studio with me somewhere or something. But I'm big on my daughter's protection, like her peace.
So you said you're bigger on your daughter's piece than you would be on your son's piece?
I mean, like not bigger, but like in a boy, like you, my little man, you just gonna come here with me here. My daughter is more of a sensitive topic to touch. I feel like that's I don't know like when my daughter is my, but I don't have a son, so I don't know. It would be the same. It could be, but me personally, I think I would be harder on the boy because I don't know. Maybe it's something that's been passed down. You got to be the man. If I wasn't here, yeah, as a boy, you got to learn things even younger. Yeah, I got a lot of women in my family, so as a girl, yeah, you just be a kid though. As a girl, as a boy, like okay, listen, you come ride, you come ride with me, son. That's just how I be. I think the hardest thing about being an artist or being in the music industry is not letting other people's pride get to you. Like because I'm really like big on reaching out to people and like you know what I'm saying, just trying to do business and like a lot of people not with it. They like if I don't know you personally, nah. So fuck all that. So it's like it'll make you feel like okay, well look, I'm done reaching out to people. But then that'll be that one time like the next person you would have reached out to could have been your time, but you now longer reaching out to people. So to never let it change you, like you know what I'm saying, to stay who you is. So me being my mama's only boy, affected me on my kid because it was like I had to be like my father died young, like real young. So I had to be the man of the house. I was always taught that. Like like I hear that all the time. You the man of the house. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. You gotta learn this. You gotta learn. So it's like for a son, it'll be the same way. I feel like for me, it's like bro, if something was to happen to me, you gotta do this. You gotta do that as a man. Like you gotta learn this young. Women, it's just like you know what I'm saying.
Do you wish it was different? Like, do you wish that responsibility wasn't placed on you as you were as a
No,
child?
no, it taught me a lot of things young, and I am me personally, I'm proud of the person I am. So no, I don't. Now I wouldn't be as hard, no, as like on my boy, no, but like it's certain things that I can teach a boy that I can't teach a girl. You know what I'm saying? You got to go learn this from your mama. I can't really, you know what I'm saying, and make you help you understand this as a woman because I'm not a woman. So like, I'm just here to make sure you're protected and that you have this fun thing. But as a son, it's like it's some things I really can teach you, and I can teach you young. And I think that you know what I'm saying. We should start going over some things and going, you know what I'm saying, because they watch you, they watch what you do, they pay real close attention, even though you don't feel like they do, and so they want to do what you do. And so like as a man, you want to be the best man as for your son. You can't be the same, you know what I'm saying, the best father for your daughter, but it's like to be the best you as a woman, your mother can teach you more of this. I can't really. So like I would just be my father. I would just be the fatherly role. Talk to me, Jewel. What's up? Talk to me.
Right, she got something on my mind. I mean, I got a lot on my mind, but
Come on. I'm trying to help you understand where I'm coming
very
from.
interesting. Because there's some people like yourself didn't have both figures, so I think that's kind of incorrect, and this is just my opinion to say that a man couldn't raise or couldn't teach. I thought he was leaning over laughing. Couldn't teach a daughter certain things just because he was a man. Like I don't. And then I also think that you saying your son losing you, I feel like that would impact a daughter just as much as it would impact a son. So whatever you
It
teach your
would, but you
daughter,
wouldn't have to
I
pick
mean, a
up that
son will probably.
responsibility as
I
a
mean, at the end of
girl.
the day, the child, whether it's boy or girl, lost their father.
But I'm like when you grow up as a son, it's like you know what I'm saying. You always protect your mama. You always make sure you do this for your mother. You make sure you watch over your sister. You make sure you don't you can say that you can say that to a girl, but like you know what I'm saying. At the same time, you want somebody, you want a man to protect you just as you know what I'm saying. You want to protect somebody. As a boy, as me, I didn't grow up like, okay, I'll need this man to protect me just so I can protect. It was like, okay, I'm all we got in this household. Like, I gotta make sure if somebody running this house, I'm the first one down the steps, even as a teenager, because this is my sister, this is my mom. Like, so
By default, doesn't that teach your daughter that she has to depend on a man?
I mean, okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah, it could teach her that, but like, also partnership, like, you know what I'm saying? Not to be like dependent. You can be independent, but at the same time, like, you want somebody to, you know what I'm saying, to stand up for you. Like, if you in this situation, like, if you get it, if a nigga breaking the crib, like, you should not be the first one down the step. I'm so, as a woman, I'm sorry, no.
Okay, but let's say I live by myself and I'm your daughter.
But yes,
I
you
don't know
teach
how
her.
to defend
Yes, you
myself.
can teach her those things. But far as
Just don't
like,
teach the son more.
but like,
I'm sorry. I'm not.
no.
No,
This is good. This
camera.
is good. No, but like, but it's certain things like you can teach. Okay, you can teach things that like to a child, like especially a girl. Like, you can teach her certain things, but certain things you will want like her mother to teach her, like how to carry yourself as a woman. You know what I'm saying? What to expect from a man. I can teach you that, but like, you know what I'm saying? What to go for. Like, I don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? As a woman, I don't know how y'all think, how y'all maneuver. So like, I can't teach you everything. I'm not a woman. As a man, I can teach you. I can teach you as a boy everything you need to know as a man, or everything that I know as a man. You know what I'm saying? Your mother can't teach you that. I mean, I know some people be like, oh, a woman can't raise a man. They can to a certain extent. Like, I could, like, I'm sure I would be a lot sentimental if I didn't have a stepfather, you know what I'm saying, who was hard on me for a certain amount of years. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think that my mama couldn't have taught me things that he taught me. 5 years. You know, man, I am in where I see myself in 5 years. I was able to think of that before then, but when 2020 hit, it really blew me. I don't know what the year brings. So really, I got a goal, and that's to be like just more out there with my music. But we shall see what happens in the next 5 years. You can find me on all platforms, just TJ Simpson. Um, I got a tape dropping next month. I'm not gonna put a specific date on it, but I don't know when it's gonna come out. But it'll be the tape will drop in July. But yeah, you can find me anywhere and on YouTube. TJ Simpson.